If you know exactly what I'm talking about and you are down to make 2026 even better, leave the words happy in the comments. But let's get right into this. Number one, stop rebuying the same things over and over. This will save you so much money. In fact, this is where it started with me. With $300, I started saving a month. When I actually started looking at my spending and exactly where my money was going to, I was not overspending on big purchases. I was overspending on repeated convenience. The things that I'm buying over and over and over again. Water was a perfect example. I did not realize how much money I was spending on water when we're going out, when we're sitting around drinking inside of the house. Guess what? I'm drinking about a gallon to a half a gallon a day. That's just for myself. So you can only imagine how much money I'm spending on water. And if you're like me, or if you're wanting to start drinking more water, you really need to start looking at how much money that you're spending on your water monthly. Buying water bottles here, grabbing water bottles on the go there, always refilling and always rebuying. So I switched to a countertop purifier. You might have saw the video that I had on the Aqua True Craft. Let me tell you, when I started sitting back and realizing how much money I was saving, changed the game for me. Not because it was exciting, it's because clean water exists now and you don't have to buy it in the grocery store all the time. You can have it right on your countertop. I don't think about it, I don't rebuy it, and honestly, it's one less decision that I have to make in the day. I am all about being efficient with my time and energy. I've already done an Aqua True Craft full-on review if you want to know more about the details, which I have a link right above. But for this point, it's about the pattern. I paid once for a system versus me paying over and over and over again for convenience. The thing keeps showing up again and again. You don't have it stop at water. Now, for every tip I'm going to give you for what I'm doing to save money, I'm also going to give you some practical tips. This is just going to make things, oh, I can do this right now. Or I can start doing this week. Really simple tips like that. Which leads into our first practical tip, number one. Do your own grocery shopping. This is something I'm talking to clients about a lot as of recently. When someone feels overwhelmed, rushed, or behind financially, I almost always ask this question. Who's making your food decisions? Delivery apps don't just cost money. They remove friction. And friction is that thing that almost always slows down you being impulsive. When I buy myself, I naturally buy less junk, waste less food, and I feel more control. This is one of those tips that you're gonna say, I don't necessarily want to do that, but I promise you, clicking can lead to you spending a lot more. It's not discipline, it's just awareness. And this is a big one. So we're going to tip number two. I stopped paying for bad sleep. Sleep is so expensive if you don't get it. Not just physically, but financially. When I'm tired, I order food, I snack more, I make lazier decisions, and I know this about myself. I started using grounding sheets mostly out of curiosity, and I stayed because my sleep actually changed. I got deeper sleep, less tossing and turning, calmer mornings, and when sleep improves, spending habits improve right along with it because you can think clearer. That completely surprised me. And this isn't magic. It's about understanding your nervous system. I actually did a review talking about these very grounding sheets in another video, which I'm going to link right above. It can help you out and it can save you a lot of time. This next one is actually a bit of a doozy. When I bring this up with my clients, they always look at me like, oh no, Vernon, what are you about to say? Practical shift number two. I actually look at my bills without panic. And it's not because it's hard. It's because most people don't actually want to look. And I get it. Bills are one of those things we want to put on autopilot because it's actually easier not to look at them or to even think about. But here's what I noticed again and again and again. When money feels tight, it's usually not because of one big purchase. It's because of a bunch of quiet little itty bitty purchases that are running in the background. So I don't aggressive audit anything. I'm not hunting things down with a red pen or suggesting that you do. Once a month, I just look. Just take a look. Streaming services, apps, subscriptions I signed up for with good intentions. I can't tell you how many of those I signed up for. Oh wow, I'll be doing this every month. It doesn't work out, and that's okay. Most people aren't irresponsible with their money. They're just not aware of what's leaving automatic. Awareness alone fixes most things without people even realizing. Tip number three. I stopped ignoring the air that I breathe. This is one of those things that's invisible until it isn't. If you deal with any combination of these, waking up congested, headaches that you can't explain, allergies that seem worse at home than when outside, or not sleeping as deeply as you used to, pay attention. Most people are trying to fix symptoms without looking at the environment that they're in every single day. I wasn't thinking about air quality at all. I just thought it was life. And then I added the Air Doctor 4000 as an experiment, and it completely changed how we live our lives now. I started noticing how things started changing. I started paying attention to how I started waking up. I wasn't waking up congested. I wasn't waking up sneezing. My sleep felt deeper. I've done a full-on Air Doctor AD 4000 review, and you can find it linked right above so you can get some more details about that. But in just daily life, it's quiet support. It's running right now and you can't even hear it. And that's a good thing because clean air should be boring. Clean air should be automatic. Clean air, honestly, should be in the background. Practical shift number 3, cooking at home without making it complicated. This one matters, and I want to say this carefully. I want to make sure that you understand exactly what I'm saying. Cooking at home does not mean that you become a chef or that you're going to spend hours and hours in the kitchen. I'm not suggesting that. What it really does is remove the big question of, what am I going to do for food stress? That stress is expensive. This is the exactly reason why I post videos regularly on my website and on my social media, to give you ideas so you don't have to think about it. That way you can spend more time doing the things that you want to do, like looking at your bills, or maybe planning out where you want to go next week, this plan a vacation. That's where you need to be spending your time. I cook at home a lot, and I share exactly what healthy foods I'm actually eating, what I'm eating, what my family's eating. Real food, simple meals, no fluff. And these are meals that fit into your real life. If you ever need ideas, that's there for you. They're not only fancy, they are doable. When food decisions are handled, money decisions get easier and easier without even trying. Number 4, I stopped paying for all or nothing workouts, especially if you ever feel guilty about exercising. If you ever thought, if I can't do a full workout, then what's the point? Then this is for you. I see so many paying for intensity that they don't even need. They're chasing workouts that look impressive versus the workouts that will actually stick with you, that will actually help you in the long run. That's why I like Power Plate. It takes the pressure off. You don't need an hour, you don't need a plan. 5 minutes still counts. I've done a full Power Plate review ready for you if you want to break down. But the real reason why it stays in my life is simple. Easy things get done, and this is the easy way. Practical shift number 4, reducing decision fatigue where it hides. Let me describe something and see if it sounds similar to you. Towards the end of the day, are you shorter with people? You can't think as clearly? Simple decisions start feeling annoying. Maybe you stare at the fridge longer than what you should. You scroll longer than you want to. That's not laziness. That's decision fatigue. By the time most people get to the evening, they are done. And when your brain is tired, you spend money on decisions that will make you stop thinking. Systems don't just save time, they also can save you a heck of a lot of money. And this one will help you protect your energy. You start noticing decision fatigue, time for you to take a break. Tip number 5, we are rounding third base right here. Stop fighting with water. And let me explain, not just the water that we drink, I talked about that earlier, but we're talking about water coming from other places. This one comes up a lot in conversations I have with people. I keep hearing the same thing over and over again. My skin feels dry. My hair feels off. Not for me, obviously, because I don't have hair. But these are the things that I'm hearing. I tried every lotion and moisture out there, but my skin still feels dry and itchy. These are the things that I'm hearing, and I always tell them the same thing. I get that nobody wants to put more stuff on their skin. 100% get that. No one wants to have another product or another step. So instead of adding more, I just ask this really simple, one simple question. What if we start at the source? Once I looked at the water we were using the shower in, a lot of those issues stopped becoming things that I had to manage. And that's honestly why I switched to a better shower head. And I used the AquaTrue shower head. I did a full breakdown. I have a link to that as well that you can learn some more about that. But it was a big game changer. For somebody like myself who struggles with dry skin, and my son has eczema and just lots of different skin and things, we wanted to make sure that we got him the best possible source, and that was a shower head that checked a lot of boxes for us. It was not only to upgrade my bathroom, but it was also to stop fighting my environment. If you live somewhere with hard water, then you know this matters more than what most people realize. And here in Indiana, we have really hard water. I've gone deeper on this on a separate review where you can learn more about it. But if you're noticing some of the symptoms I mentioned above, you might want to consider your shower head. This is practical tip number 5. And it's one of those things, initially you're going to hear it, you're like, no, why would I want to do that? But it's something that's really simple. I plan enough just to stay calm. Practical tip number 5. Not rigid planning, not color-coded chaos. Just knowing what I'm wearing tomorrow. Start there. When laundry happens. What dinner looks like. Listen to this. Rushing costs time, Rushing costs energy. Rushing can cost your mood. Calm saves it. You don't need to plan it the whole week, but you can start with a day. Save yourself the time and stress and keep your energy. If you notice a pattern, here it is. I didn't stop enjoying life. I stopped paying for stress. I chose systems that quietly manage me versus me having to be so consciously managing them. If this video helped you see some things differently, let me know in the comments. If you want longer reviews of the products I mentioned, I left links right down below to make it even easier for you. That's it. No hype, just what's been working. If you did like a video like this, don't forget to give a like and a comment. It really does go far. And also, if YouTube thinks you like videos just like this. Thanks for watching.